Alright guys, so here it is. I got this thing about a couple days ago in the mail. Some directions. And there it is, boys. Those are 2-inch spacers that are going to be going on that truck over there. So this kit right here, I ordered offline. I forget the exact website I ordered it from, but it's kind of widely sold throughout other sites, so it's pretty easy. Just type up Tough Country level, and you should be able to easily find it. But with the kit, you get, it looks like we have some directions here, if not just the parts. Nope, yeah, we got some directions there. So these spacers go up top. You kind of got to take the shock and the coil spring out and disconnect some other stuff, which we'll get to. But we've also got new hardware in here, because like I said guys, this is going to be bolting up there where the shock tower is and everything of that such. So now this kit was not expensive at all. This kit was only like, I believe, $90 with shipping, and I think this is probably one of, if not the cheapest leveling kit you can buy offline. With that said, the quality still looks really good. I mean, everything's kind of crinkled, powder coated, and you know, they give you good hardware that's not going to rust anytime soon. So let's see. I guess this video, a good title for this video would be, you know, buying the cheapest leveling kit you can buy and seeing if it works. Now, I've never put spacers on, and I've never even really messed with the coil springs on the front of these Dodges. But you know, it's going to be a new experience for me today, and hopefully y'all can take away from what not to do and what to do. So with that all said, let's get started. Okay guys, so when I measured this thing, I measured it from the tire to the top of the fender at the back and the front here, and I got approximately a 2-inch difference. Now it's just a teeny bit shorter. I mean, I'm, you know, probably not even, you know, not much at all. It's going to be a little bit still lower in the front, but like I said, it's going to be just about level, which you want a little bit when you're towing trailers in my case, unless you have airbags or something like that. But this is what I'm talking about. Right there, you can see where that bolts right there. So this thing's gonna kind of go in there just like that, and the coil will go under it along with the seat. Now, one thing this kit doesn't come with that some do are a shock extension, or either just a new shock in general, which we don't have, but we're only going up 2 inches. So I'm hoping we're not gonna need that. But if we do, then, you know, we'll have a problem on our hands and we'll have to figure that one out. But we'll just kind of get to that when we get to it. Like I said, this is only a 2-inch leveling kit. They've even got 2.5 to 3-inch leveling kits, which from what I measured would be just way too much. So this thing would get some Carolina squat going on actually if we went that high. But we're gonna try this out and see how it goes. Okay guys, so we got this thing all jacked up. We've got it, we got the jack stands under the frame. That's what you want to do, so when the axle comes down, you have room to move it up and down to get the coil springs out and to get those blocks in there. So now what we're going to do is finish taking the wheels off and start taking stuff apart. Okay guys, so what you want to do is mark your coil springs. That's what the directions say as well, so when you're going back in, you know exactly the orientation they came out. Okay guys, up next what we're going to do is we're going to be taking this bracket off here. Now this has our ABS sensor and our brake line on it, because when we drop the axle all the way to get the spring out, we'll overextend the line if we don't take this bracket off right here. Okay guys, so far we've gotten the bottom shock bolt out on each side, which you have to go through right here to get to. Now we went through and we took the shock tower bracket off up here, which are 3 bolts in here, when we did impacts on the 2 in the back from the inside, and we had to use a wrench on this one right here because it's under the battery. So now we should be theoretically ready to drop this thing and take it out. Okay guys, so this side over here really didn't come down a whole bunch when we loosened everything up in the shock. So what we did is we had to take the track bar out, which is the directions say, but we just tried to see if we couldn't get around it with doing it without. So we pulled that out, and as soon as we pulled the bolt out, it dropped, you know, probably another inch As you can go see on the other side, we've already got that side completely out. So now we're just gonna get this side out and then get those blocks in there. Welcome back, guys. It's actually the next day. We kind of ran out of time yesterday, but as you can see right here, we kind of went through and painted everything just from where the spring was wearing or rubbing from years of use. We've got the leveling kit loosely mounted up in there, and what we found is we're not going to be able to really get the springs in there without compressing them. So right now we're compressing the springs down to get them back in. Okay guys, so we got the spring in right here, as you can see, and we got it in on the other side. Now this side right here, when you take it out the whole 3 bolts up there and then the shock. But when you're going back in, you have to actually disconnect the shock from that bracket and feed the shock in first and then that bracket, just because the space you're limited on. Now on the other side you don't have to do that, luckily though, so it's a little bit quicker. So right now we're just going up or going around and hooking up the brake line brackets, and then we're going to do the sway bar end leaks, and then we're going to do the track bar over there because we had to take that off, if you remember, to get the axle to come down lower. Okay guys, that's the final product. It looks great if I say so myself. You can see just with that 2-inch spacer, guys, it looks pretty different in person. I don't know how it's showing up on camera, but I mean, I went and measured it, guys, and we're pretty much level. In the back, we're only probably like a 1/4 inch higher still, and that's okay because, you know, towing trailers and stuff, that'll level right out. But I mean, other than a 1/4 of an inch, this thing is, you know, as close as it's gonna get. You know, a 2.5 would be too much, I think. Okay guys, I just got back from the first drive with the leveling kit. I did read some reviews where some people said it rode a little harsher with it in. I went out and, you know, drove it, and I couldn't tell a difference at all, really. So, I mean, the ride quality is still the same. It's just this thing has a lot better stance now going for it. Like I said, we need to get some tires to fill out those wheel wells a little bit more now. It kind of looks a little weird with those small tires on it. So we spent $90, about $90 with shipping, on a leveling kit, or leveling blocks, or you know, whatever you want to call that, and got a whole totally new look going for the truck. It just looks so much better in my opinion now than it did before with the rate tool going on. For $90, guys, that was a really good deal in my opinion. And you know, with all this quarantine stuff going on right now, it was the perfect time to get it done. It only took like a day. It was a day's worth of work, and that was going through and kind of lubing stuff up and painting it, you know, making it look nice. Now I know some people don't really like leveling blocks. I mean, really, I guess you could say the proper way to do it is to go through and put 2-inch taller springs, and then, you know, 2-inch taller shocks in it, which, you know, I kind of agree with. This is kind of temporary, because those are actually the original Mopar shocks on that truck. They have the Mopar logo stamped in them. I mean, unless somebody had Mopar ones put back in it. But odds are those are the factory shocks and springs, so that truck will probably need shocks not too far later on down the road. And when that happens, I'll probably just go with, you know, 2-inch taller springs and shocks, and it'll kind of work itself out. But for $90, guys, it's a great look this thing's gained. So that's it for this video. I hope you really enjoyed what the outcome was for this low of money. I'm very happy with it. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys